It has been a bizarre couple of weeks. I know life on Earth is strange and unusual most of the time, but in this post-ecliptic, not post-apocalyptic, but post-ecliptic period, even the week before the big lunar eclipse we just experienced, energies were starting to move and shift and all sorts of changes going on. So if you've not been feeling so well physically, emotionally, mentally, today's video is for you. Now, if you join me back for my lunar eclipse full moon meditation, we took a journey back to Lemuria to take advantage of the unique frequencies that bathe the Earth during a full moon eclipse. And one of the big themes was revelation, because in this unusual light and this new energy, a full lunar eclipse allows us to see things that weren't there before or to have new realizations. So things are revealed to us. The other big theme for that particular full moon eclipse was release. And that's an understatement. Even before, in the week leading up to the eclipse, excuse me, a lot of people were feeling a little kind of unsure, unstable, starting to maybe feel unwell physically. But on the day of the full moon eclipse, so many people experienced kind of dramatic, sometimes scary physical symptoms like getting high fevers out of nowhere, or all of a sudden just being kind of knocked out energetically where they have to be in bed. And I've been getting messages from people every day since the eclipse about being laid up sick, and they can't remember the last time that they were this sick, or they got a high fever. People have had COVID. Strong emotions have come up, like sadness and depression, seemingly out of nowhere. So I want to talk a little bit about this today because everything's okay. Everything's okay. As uncomfortable or unpleasant these recent experiences have been, I just want to assure you that everything is truly okay. So today's video is for you to address these post-ecliptic experiences that we're having. And I'm essentially here to just reassure you, to let you know that you're not alone and that nothing is wrong, truly. So the first point I'd like to share with you is just to relax about all of this. Each of us individually is going through an evolutionary process, and clearly it's been abundantly apparent over the last few years that the entire planet is being forced to shift and look at what's important and choose between what we want and what we don't want. And so the upheaval all around the world over the last, it's going to be 3 years now, is affecting all of us, whether we're consciously aware of it or not, whether we're watching the news or not. There's a mass consciousness. Human consciousness is an integral part of our human experience, so we can't help but be influenced, or at least feeling the buffer of, huge waves of emotion and release and fear and worry, whatever is going across the earth plane. So for some reason, and I'm not going to dig into exactly why, but for some reason, this particular lunar eclipse that just happened less than 2 weeks ago really stirred up a lot in people. So it just feels like the timing was right. So whether you came down with COVID or huge negative emotions came up and you just felt debilitated and just couldn't get out of bed, it's okay. In fact, this is good news, right? Nothing is wrong. This is actually good news because our higher selves love us. Oh, they love us so dearly, unconditionally. And our higher selves are always looking for the most efficient and honestly painless path, or relatively painless path, to move us forward into the kind of life and experiences that we really want, that our heart's been longing for. So our higher selves are always looking for that shortcut, that path to help you evolve to the next level. And sometimes that path is going to include something that is a downright illness, or at least has all the symptoms and appearances of an illness. So whether you tested positive for COVID or just had a bunch of symptoms but weren't positive, it doesn't matter. Whatever you experienced was your higher self's way of saying, hey, things have to change. We have to let go of some of this baggage that no longer serves you. We have to let go of some of these old beliefs. Definitely let go of these fears, limiting thoughts, patterns of behavior, which usually means patterns of reactive behavior, how we kind of just automatically respond to things because that's the way we've been reacting for years. This disruption in our routine, in the way we feel, it's all designed to move us forward, to let go of the old stuff and move us into something new. It really is a good thing. So as I said, my first heartfelt advice or recommendation is just relax. Whatever you've been experiencing, don't fight against it. Don't complain about it. Don't wonder what's wrong, because nothing is wrong. This is simply the easiest path that you and your higher self are taking so that you can get onto the other side of whatever you need to release. So if you don't fight it, if you don't complain about it, if you recognize and acknowledge what's going on and that this is a good thing, I'm going through, it doesn't matter how long it takes, this is a good thing. The sooner that you embrace the process and decide that you're okay with it, just kind of be at peace with the whole thing, the easier this journey will be, the quicker this will pass, and that you will truly receive the benefits that you're meant to from this experience. So yeah, resist the temptation to complain or go into fear or worry. Nothing is wrong. It doesn't matter how spiritual you are, nothing is wrong. This is often the shortest path that we can take in our own evolutionary process. Okay, so just be okay with it. Trust the process and start looking for the gifts. My wife and I have been going through similar physical experiences. Mamiko's symptoms and discomfort started before the eclipse. Mine seemingly came out of nowhere during the apex of the eclipse, literally during the full point of the lunar eclipse. I just boom, and it's been 10 days for me to kind of get back comfortable enough so I could be on camera with you. There are gifts in here, and already the two of us have realized, oh, this is why we needed to experience, because new information, new insights, new opportunities have been flowing into our individual and partner experience. And it just seems like, okay, this is why all of it had to happen. We had to get knocked out of our routine, knocked out of our comfort zone, knocked out of our just automatic way we do things, so that we could just relax, kind of surrender, and just allow these new things to come. So as much as it's uncomfortable to go through physical and emotional symptoms, there are gifts there waiting for you. There are new ways of thinking, new ways of being, new ways of just new inspiration is there waiting for you, as long as you can just relax into whatever you're experiencing and allow those revelations to come to you. So those themes of release and revelation during this lunar eclipse were absolutely spot on. And the more that we recognize that, hey, we're just releasing, we're just shedding our old skin, we're letting go of all that old stuff, so that now our consciousness is at a higher level, not because we tried and we worked out our spiritual muscles every day, but we finally relaxed and allow these new ideas to come, these inspirations to kind of float into our awareness, and new opportunities to come to us. So relax into all of this. Look for the gifts. Trust that you and your higher self are on this beautiful path, and that everything is truly working out for your highest good. It always is. But oftentimes, because we can't flip to the end of the novel and see what happens in the last scene, we don't trust the process. You know, we worry and we stress and we wonder what's wrong and what we did wrong. And all of that stuff just keeps us stuck. So hopefully these thoughts, these ideas, it's my true heartfelt desire that whatever I can share with you will help you relax, help you feel inspired, help you feel okay with where you are, and knowing that everything is really, really working out and that you're on the right path. You just have to relax, trust, look for the gifts. So thanks for spending this time with me. I really appreciate it each and every time, no matter how many minutes you spend with me here, joining me in this video. I can feel your presence, whether you're here live or you're watching the recording. I truly am aware of you and your higher self, and that we are co-creating all of this together. And I'm just so honored and blessed to be part of this journey with you. So thanks for tuning in. I look forward to chatting with you next time. And until then, I send you my love and bright blessings from Lemuria. I love you so very much. Thanks for being here. Aloha.